Aloha and welcome to Lakefield
Marina.
On the Trent Severn Waterway. We are at lock 26 and heading off to maybe lock 31 or something like that today. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna have to go in real quick to a hardware store here in town because we had a leak in our pressure tank for our fresh water. And we were, well, every time we turned the pump on, it was kept on pumping. So this is gotta be a big leak, and it was. It just sprayed lots of water out. So we're going down here. There's a hardware store just a few minutes from here. Oh, look, a Pizza Hut. And we're gonna go off and get our part and be on our way. If we look that way, we have a dollar discount store, Tim Horton. And this way, I believe, is to the hardware store. We've got a Subway here. Little grocery market, looks like. Bread, sausage, milk. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our two dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. The market right here. Across the street, we've got a Greek food restaurant, Lakefield Restaurant. We did not try it, of course, and there's the beer store, not to be missed. For our friends with pets on the loop, there's a village animal hospital right here next to the marina. Very, very convenient. We're not going to point out the butcher shop right next to it as well, but there's a beer store right there. I think you can get all your stuff for making craft beers at home. Got Shakers here for breakfast. Looks very, very busy. Good sign. What a cute little main street right here. We just walked down where these cars are coming from right here. Maybe 5 minutes. And we are in downtown. Looks like a main street right here. One of the oldest buildings here in Lakefield is this church from 1853. Beautiful though. They always do such a nice job with the flowers. Well maintained. Little cemetery in the back. Good to know is that we have a bank here with an ATM, actually 2 ATMs. I like all these trees lining up the streets. Nicely done, nice and clean. Not to be missed, of course, for us is the hardware store. When you go in here, there's a pharmacy as well, cool, right next to it. But yeah, hardware store, we need some plumbing supplies. And wow, they got so many nice stores here. Wish we could stay longer. It's just such a nice day and we got to get going. The fleet is up ahead and all the cruisers are way up ahead of us. Beautiful morning here in Lakeview. Here's the marina office. We've got a nice slip right here at the end. All of these are 30 amp, no 50 amp on these posts right here. And it was like just over $2 Canadian a foot with 30 amp. Today we continue on the Trent Severn Waterway from Lakefield by lock 26 to lock 27 in Young's Point. And we're leaving Lakefield behind. It's right back there. You can see got a beautiful blue sky today. Beautiful blue sky. Got a boat ahead of us. Heading for the next lock here. Lock 27. Boy, do these people have a nice setup. Look at all these chairs and a beach volleyball, fireplace. Very nicely set up here. Yeah, I can see why they would like this. What a beautiful day. People out fishing here on this Sunday morning. glad it's not winter yet. Take a look though. Beautiful, beautiful, almost lake-like setting here. And this is Lucy, up early this morning. Shorts because I hosed myself down with the garden hose this morning, trying to fill the water tank. Got myself all wet, so I got to go change. A lot more pine trees is what we're seeing here. A lot more pine trees. We got this boat right ahead of us right there. Trying to get him not to sneak into the lock without us and have us wait an hour for the lock to reset. So we're trying to get right behind him. Cynthia's getting headsets ready. Alex has got his life vest on. And this is lock number 27 coming up. Lock number 27.
So we are on the Trent Severn. We're between lock 26 and 27, and Alex is already outside there. As you can see, there's a boat ahead of us. They're not on Nebo, but the key here is, we've learned that you need to make sure you stay with a group to get through the locks. You seriously could wait an hour, because if he hops in and the doors lock behind him, we'll have to wait, because then if an oncoming boat from the other side's turn is ready, of course the lock is filled for them to come in. So we need to catch up to the boat ahead of us enough so that the lockmaster will see there's two of us, and possibly three, or just us two that we've seen so far. So the two of us want to lock through together this morning. So that's what our intent is. We've sped up. What speed are we going now?
8.
We're going 8. Normally we...
The speedboat will pass us, so it's possible that the speedboat with the lock is tying up the lock right now.
Right. So if the speedboat went and said, I want to lock through right now, sometimes the lock masters will be like, oh, go ahead. But that means this guy ahead of us and us will have to wait. So we'll see what happens, because everything is dependent on locks for how far we get today. And the locks will be closing today at 5:30. Coming up, we can see the lock gate is closed. So we will probably have to tie. And Alex, you don't have the right pole. We need to get you the blue pole. We need to get you the blue pole, babe, if you want it. All right, Alex, the doors are closed and the red light is flashing up there. Alex, we may need to tie up, so you may need to lay your pole somewhere where it doesn't roll off.
Aloha from lock 27. So we are the first time, I think it's one of the first times that we're in with several other boats. In fact, 3 boats. That's the most boats we've ever been together with. We just pulled in. This is one of the newer locks. We just left all the other locks behind that are manual and had a lot of current. But beautiful spot again. Look at this. Young's Point is what this is called. Young's Point. Pontoon boat with 250 horsepower. Do you need that much? Wow. Let's go check up on Cynthia back here with Hanu. We put the gas tanks in Hanu this time. They're starting to smell a little bit. Look, gas. And we washed all that. That all got washed today. And there you can see where we came up. That beautiful blue sky today. I mean, beautiful blue sky. Yeah.
So question, how far is the next lock?
We're gonna find out.
And can you let the lockmaster know approximately how far? So ahead of us is the trawler that is trying to outdistance us and is actually doing a pretty good job. Because we're trying to keep up with them just because we don't want to spend so much time in the locks. And we were able to get in, but interestingly enough, normal courtesy is when you come up and the lock gates are closed, that first boat, when you see a boat behind you, you pull up as far as you can on the wall so they can get in behind you, and that's where you wait, where the blue line is. This boat pulled up with like 2 cleats to spare, not enough for our 50-footer, and he knew that. And no eye contact, like they were still on board, nothing like, oh, let us pull up for you, nothing. So we're going to deal with some, yeah, but you know what? There's so many nice boaters, that's few and far between, and so you just got to prepare that just like regular driving, you have some people that are either having an off day or they really don't give a meh, and so you just have to deal with that and make around it.
It's a pretty lake though. Yeah.
It is. So what lake is this, or just the widening of the Trent Severn?
Ontonabe River.
Ontonabe River, but as you can see,
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake is the area. Very pretty, and we knew that today was going to be a great weather day, so we're just enjoying nice weather.
Quit early yesterday.
Yeah, but we probably couldn't do any more. We got really soaked through 2 locks, and the locks
in
were...
our water pressure tank. We had a leak. We didn't know where the leak was. We found it. We solved it right now with some epoxy.
And you went to a hardware store.
Hardware store. Got some hooks just in case we need to. Actually, just disconnected it and not have part of the water system right now.
Now, the hardware store was what? How many times higher than you'd expected?
It's quite a bit more expensive, but they had everything there.
Right. So when you need the part, you need the part. So we were grateful for that.
Yeah. Look at the greens. And the greens are just popping over here with the sun shining on them. Beautiful.
So there's a colorful sailboat out here, and they've got plenty of breeze to be able to actually use the wind. We have a nice boat coming up next to us. Bob is actually looking right now to see where we can find other loopers. They're driving inside today. It's so gorgeous. We're going to have a little bit of a wake from them. Look at that furl. And here we go. Hold on, Shadow. Hold on. Lots of smaller boats, beautiful homes along this area. Lucy sounds like Chewbacca. She does that little growl. We closed our front window because it's so breezy. So here we have another one. So it's Sunday, busy day on the Trent Severn. We've got a fast boat there, a smaller little boat following behind.
Majestic Island. Well, that's what they call it anyway. Someone sitting on their porch right there. They're flag, Canadian flag. We've got the front window closed because I'm cold and the wind is coming from the northwest. But beautiful blue sky, beautiful scenery. I'm just taking it all in today. Really can't get enough of this. Our boat story will continue with day 30 next time as we go through Devil's Elbow and Hell's Gate. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for outtakes. In the meantime, please give us that thumbs up and hit that like button and subscribe. It makes a big difference to our channel. We will see you again next time as we continue on America's Great Loop. Aloha and welcome from Lakeview.
It's actually a Lakefield.
Lakefield. Let's try that again. And we're leaving Lakefield behind. It's